Dale McDowell, thank you so much, buddy. Our time's grown short. It's always great chatting with you about racing, my friend. See you at some big races. Are you going to make it to Virginia Motor Speedway next weekend for that King of the Commonwealth? Will we see you up there for that race at Jamaica?
That was in our plans. I'm not sure. I hadn't talked to Shane, but that was definitely in our plans. But gotcha. I'm not 100% sure what's happening.
Gotcha. Well, if you're there, I'll see you then. Before I let you go, thank out your sponsors, and thanks for being on Finish Line.
Well, I definitely need to thank Easy Go Golf Carts, and they're a part of the Textron family, and they're great partners, as well as Klotz Lubricants and Klotz Fuel and Cometic Gaskets and Quality Oil and Gas and New Era Industrial, all of the Kinzer companies, Kinzer Drilling, Will Kinzer Foundation, CNS Trucking, and just everybody that makes our team their partners, and they're an important part of our success and the only part of us being able to go up and down the road and race. So I thank all those guys. And my brother Shane and Sarah, they stepped up and bought all the equipment to go do that. And so my sister-in-law Sarah and Shane, they dedicate their time to our program too. So I appreciate that, and appreciate those race fans for supporting us. Thank them, all of them, for supporting your programs, and we look forward to seeing you guys out on the road somewhere soon.
Mac Daddy, you're the man. Thanks for being on, my friend. Continued success, and I'll see you next week if you're at Jamaica, Virginia.
Thank you, sir.
The Mac Daddy, Dale McDowell from Chickamauga, Georgia, again, joining us on the program, getting his thoughts of the big event, the big wins at Volunteer Speedway, how the season's gone so far in the early going of 2019 for the driver of the car number 17M. So again, just phenomenal what these drivers have been able to do, where they're going, where they're heading, the successes. It's just, I'm so proud. I'm so proud to see so many of these drivers and where they're going, where they're heading in the sport. And you heard Dale McDowell talking about the young drivers, of course, the young up-and-coming stars like Anna Parkhurst and where she's heading and what he's done along the way. The driver development program, all the great accolades, the successes that Dale McDowell has had. He's not just putting it, out there might I say, for himself. He's trying to, take as much of that talent and success that he's had along the way and use it into molding and building up better race car drivers, whether it be with the Dale McDowell Driving Experience Racing Program School or with Anna Parkhurst or any other great talents out there. Got one more guest left to go. It's coming up.
This is Finish Line.
Getting involved in the motorsports industry? Late models, helmets, modifieds, doesn't matter. Need to have a wrap job done? Then let All About Wraps take care of you. All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service from go-karts to the national touring level and everything in between. Wraps on race cars, design services, and promotions. There's no job that they can't do to make your vehicle be on the cutting edge of looking great. Race wraps are starting at just $500. Contact All About Wraps today, and let's see what they can do for your racing team. Call them up at 410-903-3302 or send them an email at allaboutwraps@hotmail.com. All About Wraps.
This is Kate Dillon from CrateInsider.com and host of the Racing Insiders podcast. You are listening to my awesome friend Wesley Spider Monkey Outland. Now back to Finish Line.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
This is Chris Nunn from the Sling and Dirt Podcast and the announcer at Twin Cities Raceway Park in North Vernon, Indiana. And you're listening to The Finish Line with the hashtag king himself, Wesley Outland.
This is Finish Line.
Welcome back to the program. We have got one more segment lined up, ready to go. We've been rocking and rolling since 11 a.m. We do this every Wednesday. This is segment number 9. Episode number 9 of Finish Line. Shout out to all of my listeners out there on all of our affiliates on Fox Sports Radio, iHeartRadio, Tuned In Radio, iTunes Radio, Tuned In, and of course on the Community Radio Network as well. Rise to the occasion basketball tournament coming up this weekend. My good friend Trace Knight and yours truly will be on the call for the basketball tournament. That'll be on CRN Sports on the Community Radio Network. CRNsports.org is the official website to keep up with the action for that. Also, remember, previous podcasts of Finish Line are available as well. And something that I'm working on diligently. It's not officially done yet. But something that I am working on in the very near future is having a website as well, and that website will actually have all of the archives of all the podcasts, all the broadcasts, all the things that we've done on the Community Radio Network, and as well as on Finish Line, the podcast here. So we're going to go back to the phone lines. We have one more guest we're going to get on the program. I had him on the Renegades of Dirt podcast last. Oh wow, we're going to talk more about Martin. We're going to talk some more about Orange County when it's all said and done with Andy Marquise. This is just a special interview coming up, added bonus. But for right now, we are going to go to the phone lines, and I am going to get now on the line Mike Altobelli. Mike Altobelli out of Saxton, Pennsylvania. What I was saying was I had him on our Renegades of Dirt official radio form last night. The Wanted, of course, Renegades of Dirt next event will be coming up for Pandemonium 99 at Dog Hollow in Bedford, Pennsylvania. Renegadesofdirt.com for more information. But such a dominating weekend for that driver out of Saxton, Pennsylvania, getting ready to go modified racing tomorrow night at Virginia Motor Speedway, where I'll be actually announcing with Blake Anderson for Thursday Night Thunder at VMS. Shout out to Laura Tucker and Bill Long and everybody with the Dirt Cup Challenge. They're going to be there, and he's going to be one of the racers. Driver the number 95 entry out of Saxton, PA, Mike Altobelli. Mike, welcome to the Finish Line. How you doing, man? Good morning.
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I guess I could say good afternoon because it is technically afternoon now.
Yeah, it's almost lunch break's almost over.
That's right, definitely. Listen, thank you so much for being able to be available for two interviews in a row, 2 days in a row.
Yeah, back to back.
Hey, so listen, let's talk about your racing career. Welcome to Finish Line. Let everybody know in the racing world who Mike Altobelli is, how you got started. I know you've done some late models. You've run modifieds. You like modifieds more than late models. And talk about your big win over the weekend at Tyler County and at Hilltop in Millersburg, Ohio.
How I got started into racing was my dad raced. I think he started racing in the late 80s, and through the 90s, early 90s, I always went to the races with him every weekend. I mean, that's what we did every weekend for as long as I can remember. And I was about, probably 14 or so. My dad asked me if I wanted to drive. And so him and another guy built a modified, and I ran it for a year. And the modifieds in our area kind of went away, and the limited late model was a big thing. So the year after that, we built a limited late model, and I ran limiteds for, 12, 13 years until probably 2015 or so. Then I started driving some late model races for Alan LeMan. And then when that came to an end with the late model racing, 2 years ago, at the end of the year, 2 years ago, Dan Harding and Roy and brother Jerry, they asked me if I would be interested in driving the Harding Motorsports car, and so far it's been a pretty good decision running for them. Definitely got good equipment, and we got some good help, and so far we're started off to a good year this year, and hopefully we can keep rolling and go to Virginia here tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely correct on that. Mike, talk a little bit about where you normally race at, buddy. What tracks do you normally prominently run at before you started running on the Renegades of Dirt National Tour this year?
Growing up over the years here, I ran Bedford Speedway, Heston Speedway, Dog Hall, the Cumberland Raceway. These are all central Pennsylvania, northern Maryland, Virginia tracks. I really just started traveling here with the modifieds. I ran the Mid-Atlantic Tour there last year, and Winchester and Hagerstown, Lincoln Speedway. We ran Sillins Grove Speedway. A few years back, I ran a little bit. I ran with the Mac Series a little bit, and we traveled down. I actually went to Virginia Motor Speedway once, and it ended up getting rained out. But most of my racing's been located in central Pennsylvania and western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh Motor Speedway, and I really just pretty much started traveling here with it this year and last year.
Definitely. And do you like traveling? Do you like going on the road? I mean, like, we first met each other. I think we met each other a couple of years ago, but obviously the last time we ran into one another was down at Fayetteville at Boom City. Do you like going from North Carolina to Pennsylvania to West Virginia to Ohio to Kentucky to... Do you like the traveling life? Because some people, they like running locally, but they can't handle the traveling life because it's like I tell people, it's like being an announcer. You might be an awesome weekly track announcer, but being a traveling announcer is a totally different world. Totally different world.
Yeah, it's completely different. You know, when you're just running locally, running week to week, you might race Friday and Saturday night. You got all week to get the car ready, and now when we're traveling here, we went, Friday we went from Hilltop down Friday night, left there and went to West Virginia. And, I mean, there's really no time to get the car ready, so you do what you can at the track. And, we left there, came home, got home Sunday afternoon, and we were going to go to Bedford, but luckily they rained out. And here now we're going to load the car back up and leave for Virginia Motor Speedway in the morning. But I do like the traveling. I like running. I really enjoy going to different tracks, running different tracks. Like when we were up there at Hilltop, I was never on a surface like Hilltop. I mean, it was challenging for me, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy going somewhere different all the time and racing with different people, meeting new people. A lot of the drivers that I'm running with in the Renegade Series, there's probably only a few of them that I actually ran with. Now I'm running with them a lot, and it's nice getting out there and racing with different competition and see where we stack up with I think some of the best modified drivers on the East Coast is in the Renegade Series. So I really enjoy running with the best.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to say this as well. Now having the sanctioning behind dirt car racing, being involved with the Renegades of Dirt, that's obviously taking this series to new leaps and bounds. Am I correct? Because it's kind of got rid of all of the blue tape or the red tape and the controversial, well, these rules stick, but these rules don't stick, and you can't run this car because you run this sanctioning body, or you have to fix this car because this isn't right. I think that this being sanctioned by the dirt car racing entity has really put a lot of those problems to rest. Am I right as a driver, Mike Altobelli?
Yes, I agree with that. I mean, like over the winter, we pulled out the UMP rule book and everything the spec right there, and we can pretty much run everywhere. It's really nice having a set of rules like that. I mean, literally, we can go. I could probably go anywhere within 10 hours of my house, and it's the same rules. It's just that helps a lot. I mean, I know I heard Kenny Wallace saying about running. He has two cars. Because the rules are so far apart that he has to have another car, and it's the UMP rule. I think is a very, very good sanction. And they're huge. Everywhere you go, it's UMP. So whenever I found out that the Renegade was going to be